To be honest with you, I mean it was unfortunate that we didn't get the chance to open up the stadium on Thursday, but anyway, we've opened it up, and it's a great place. It's very exciting, but yeah, we stumbled a little bit. I thought we're very uncharacteristic defensively. The game got a little quick on us, and I wasn't quite expecting that. But I think overall, I mean, today's performance, I was very pleased with it. They came back and really played a clean game, and that's kind of what we were talking about at the end. They played a very clean defensive game, and offensively, we got some key hits when we needed to. I mean, that's the name of the game. Great pitching, timely hitting, and solid defense is the combination you have to have. So, moving forward, I think that, I knew this was going to be a very challenging schedule for us. I thought we would do a little bit better with it, so I'm not really overly pleased with that. But this team, I know their potential. I know where they can go, so it's just a matter of just sticking with it. And, the bottom of our order, you notice today they did a good job, and that's the biggest challenge we had early on, was just not getting any production. So we'll grow from it, and we'll go into another fire next weekend up in Palm Springs, another good field of teams. But that's what it's going to take to get us prepared.
Using a lot of players, Coach, what has it told you about the depth so far in this young season?
Well, I've liked our depth, and I've said, that we have good depth, but we have to first look at defensively, what do we need out there to play the game defensively well, especially against really good teams. And then you have to try to get as much offense into the lineup that you can. So it's been kind of a little bit of a challenge, trying to find the right mix right now. But I feel good that we have some people off the bench that come in and swing the bat for us. And I think our pitching depth is good. I wish we could have maybe threw a few more this weekend, but it's just we thought it was really important for Taylor to throw today, just to get a good feeling, because she's been a little bit snake bit. She had 16 strikeouts the other night, and boy, we should win that game 100% of the time.
How much has she grown over the last few years?
A ton. Yeah. I mean, just mentally, she's a different person right now, and like today, she didn't have her best stuff, but didn't have her strikeout pitches, but she pitched to contact and got some good outs and kept people off balance. And so I think that's part of her maturity, is knowing that you're not going to have everything every game, but you can still go out there and compete with it. And she's got enough movement to make that happen, good off-speed pitch. And when she's hot, she's going to strike people out. But when you don't have it all, you have to still be able to win. And I thought she did a good job today of that. But I was very impressed with the top of our lineup. I think 1 through 5, I can't ask for anything more than what they're doing right now. And it was nice to see Riley Pierce get a hit today, maybe take the monkey off her back a little bit. She's just pressing. And then we just kind of decided we're going to go with our speed and short game at the bottom of the lineup and try to make things happen. I thought both Carly and Jenna did a good job getting on base, because that's all we want to do, is try to turn that lineup over. And that's why I have Palomino at the top, to try to get her up as much as we can, if she can do damage. And, South Florida they weren't going to give her a chance to beat them. So that game, unfortunately, Raina was not where she can, but you saw the rest of the tournament. I think Raina really swung the bat well. So,
what's the reason for Ivy at short?
To give a little mental break for Harper. Ivy's a good player. Ivy's a good shortstop, and she is an option that we have. But truthfully, the game just got quick on Harper, because when the ball was hit, next thing I know, she's on her knees and hands were getting stiff, and so I just really felt like, and talked to her, that I think it'd be good, give you a little mental break, put you in the DP spot, let you watch the game, and get 2 or 3 good days of practice and get back out there.
So that's not something you expect long term?
No, it's something that, obviously we were always toying with our best lineup, and I mean, Ivy's very capable of playing that position, so I think it's good for her to get some experience. Because one thing about this is when you rely on one person in one position and something happens to them, you know, you want to make sure that you can really say, you know, next man up is okay, you know. And so we've got to prepare everyone for that. And Ivy takes ground balls every day at shortstop and third base, and so that's the one thing that we've done this year is a lot of kids play multiple positions, which gives us a lot more depth.
A couple of players talked about the nerves of playing here.
Yeah.
What has this process been like for you as a coach? You know, the short time that the stadium's been completely completed, and
believe me, it was. We had one practice under the lights. Unfortunately, we had two night games, and it's different. Very different, and just little things like today. You know, fly ball is hit, and you really don't pick it up until it gets out of that blue area. So like Carly, you know, she says it's a little bit different, but they'll get used to that. You know, we've our practices, we've been able to practice here, but unfortunately our practices, we haven't been able to use the entire field. We've had a turtle there, you know, at home plate, and so we've got a lot of work to do now to kind of understand the field and the bounces and all the nuances of it. But yeah, you put people in the stands, and it's a different atmosphere. It's a good atmosphere, but again, you got to get used to it. And so it was a good start.
What are your thoughts on having this thing finished now, and what kind of impact this has on your program?
Well, it's not finished yet. I think they're going to be probably working on this for another month. They've got a lot of stuff to do, but the impact it's going to have on the program should be very positive. I think, you know, first of all, people that come in to play us spend their first 10 minutes sightseeing and looking at the place. I don't think you can look at a picture and until you walk in here and see it, it's pretty special. And then the big thing for me, obviously recruiting, I think it will be a big factor, and I also think to pave the way for the future of this program, you know, which is very important because this is almost a necessity in today's world. And I'm just really proud that softball's grown this much, and that softball program of this type deserves a place like this. So it's a pretty special feeling for me. It's not often, I said it the other night, not often that you get to live two dreams. And, you know, one was the first Hillenbrand Stadium, and then to be able to see this one, Fruitation, has been pretty awesome.
How does it rate with other Pac-12 facilities?
In the Pac-12, I think it's the best facility in the Pac-12, you know, and I think it's one of the top, you know, top 3, 4, 5 in the country. You know, Texas A&M built a $27 million facility, and I haven't been there yet, but I've heard good things about it. But I like this place. I mean, there's nothing that I would not want, a kid would not like, you know, from the Lappin Center, and then being able to walk into a place like this. But like I told the girls, you know, the most important thing about any stadium is the product between the lines. And so, you know, hopefully that was my, I guess my disappointment a little bit was that first night we were not as excited as I expect to run through a wall because of this place. But we have a lot of people to thank, and like I said, you know, once they get graphics on this thing, it's going to continue to change a little bit, look better. But it's a special place, and we want to make it a special place. And the old Hillenbrand Stadium was really good to me, you know, for a lot of years, and we got to make this one good. And the only way you do it is you have, you know, great talent, but you go out, you execute the game, and play the game hard, play it right, and it's performance-based. So at the end of the day, that's what matters, is that performance between the lines.
Anything else for Coach?